What causes earthquakes in USA's Northeast? Like the magnitude 4.8 that shook New Jersey. A geoscientist explains, and it wasn't just one earthquake, it was tens of them. It's rare to feel earthquakes in the US Northeast, so the magnitude 4.8 in New Jersey that shook buildings in New York City and was felt from Maryland to Boston on April 5th, 2024. Let's remember that was just a few days before the great solar eclipse that passed over the United States. That was April 8th. We also had a planetary alignment. So this earthquake was caused on April 5th, 2024, and it drew a lot of questions. It was one of the strongest earthquakes on record in New Jersey, though there were few reports of damage. A smaller magnitude 3.8 earthquake and several other smaller aftershocks rattled the region a few hours later. And we asked geoscientist Gary Solar to explain what causes earthquakes in this region. The other direction past New York City and into western New England. And these are fractures where gravity can cause the rock to either side to slip, causing the ground to shake. There is no active tectonic plate motion in the area today, but there was about 250 million to 300 million years ago. The earthquake activity in New Jersey on April 5th is similar to the 3.8 magnitude earthquake that we experienced in 2023 in Buffalo, New York. In both cases, the shaking was from gravitational slip on those ancient structures. In short, rocks slip a little on steep pre-existing fractures. That's what happens in New Jersey, assuming there was no man-made trigger. Let's remember, the first thing we will learn in Geology 101 is every river is a fault line. And of course, New Jersey, New York are full of rivers. Now, how dangerous is a 4.8 magnitude earthquake? Magnitude 4.8 is pretty large, especially for the Northeast, but it's likely to have minor effects compared with the much larger ones that cause major damage and loss of life. The scale used to measure earthquakes is logarithmic, so each integer is a factor of 10. That means a magnitude 6 earthquake is 10 times larger than a magnitude 5 earthquake. The bigger ones, like the magnitude 7.4 earthquake in Taiwan a few days earlier, are associated with active plate margins where two tectonic plates meet. The vulnerability of buildings to magnitude 4.8 earthquake would depend on their construction. The building codes in places like California are very strict because California has a major plate boundary of fault system, the San Andreas Fault. New Jersey does not, and correspondingly, building codes don't account for large earthquakes as a result. How rare are earthquakes in the Northeast, and will New Jersey see more in the same location? Earthquakes are actually pretty common in the Northeast, but they're usually so small that people don't feel them, and the vast majority are magnitude 2.5 or less. The rare large ones, like this one, are generally not predictable. However, there will likely not be other large earthquakes of similar size in that area for a long time. Once the slip happens in a region like this, the gravitational problem on that ancient fault is typically solved and the system is more stable. And that is not the case for active plate margins like in Turkey, which has had devastating earthquakes in recent years, or rimming the Pacific Ocean, the Ring of Fire. In those areas, tectonic stresses constantly build up as the plates slowly move, and earthquakes are from a failure to stick. The article was published April 5th, 2024, it has been updated with several smaller aftershocks felt in the region. And this is from The Conversation under Creative Commons by Gary Solar on phys.org. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.